This is my kitten Friendly. Oh my god. Friendly particularly likes to go after my writing magazines. He particularly likes to go after my, oh my god, he likes to go after my pens. Like, whenever I'm writing a poem or short story, he's right there. Like, he's always trying to tear up my paper, trying to tear up my magazines, my pens, but it's only my writing stuff. No other magazines. He doesn't bother with those. It's just, yeah. Hello out there. I am Kimberly Steele, otherwise known as Kim the B-Word Poet. You can follow me on Facebook at Kim B-Word Poet. Follow me on Twitter at B-Word Poet. Or you can go to my main website, which has samples of my poetry and short stories and a blog and also book reviews at bwordpoet.wordpress.com. For my first video in my new literary video blog, I wanted to talk about where I got the idea for this literary video blog, and also where I came up with the pseudonym of B-Word Poet. This is now 2013, and I've been doing some things with my writing over the years, but I feel like I haven't really done enough, and I feel like I'm not really reaching as many people as I've wanted to. So I decided that I wanted to read my poetry, but I'm very reserved about being on stage and reading my poetry, but I do believe that I have a voice and that I would like to be heard. So I decided to use YouTube as a platform, and that is now why I am starting this literary video blog. The B-Word Poet, the pseudonym that I go by, was created quite some time ago, around 2003. There was a venue that I was on stage reading at one point. It was called Robin's Nest, and it was on the east side of Cleveland, Ohio. And they told us, that we could come up with a creative name and we could come on stage, and that's how people who were new to the poetry scene, or people who were already there reading, that's how they would recognize us. And of course, what they were doing were creating pseudonyms for the readers, for the performers. So I was trying to go over something that would encompass everything, that would, once you heard that name, you would probably know what my poetry is about. You would know what my story is about. You would know what my short stories are about. So I came up with the B-Word Poet because the B-word is bisexual. A lot of people may think that it's other words like black or bitch, but no, bisexual is how I identify. But I didn't want to come out and just say the bisexual poet. I wanted to do a little play on words and just have it the B-Word Poet, because a lot of times that's how it feels. It feels like, when people talk about bisexuality or reference it, it's kind of like, oh, that's the B word. Like it's a bad word or something. Even within, the lesbian, gay, transgender community, the B word is just this bad word. So that's kind of where I came up with it, the B word poet. I'm the poet that talks about those B things. I talk about my feelings for women. I talk about my feelings for men. I talk about my feelings about not being included in the lesbian, gay, and transgender communities, and wanting to be included in the lesbian, gay, transgender communities, and also wanting to be a part of the straight community because I still have feelings for men. So, you know, my poetry talks about a lot. It's not just my sexuality that I talk about. I do talk about my family and my self-esteem, but definitely over the years I've dealt with more social political issues as my bisexuality. So that's where the B-Word Poet pseudonym came from. So I thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for my next video where I will be talking about my very first poetry anthology, which is entitled Love Just Feels Like an Invitation for More Pain. Stop, cat.